Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Tarantulas. So if you remember a few videos ago, she had mites crawling up on one of her sticks and I had already removed everything. I removed the substrate, put fresh substrate in that was baked and cooled, and then I put the plant back in and I put the tarantula back in because I wanted to cook the rest of the substrate a very much longer time, and I completely misconstrued that sentence all the way. So today I'm going to be putting the rest of the substrate in because she does climb up high. She's actually right here. You really can't see her. But I'm going to put the substrate back in so that way if she does fall, I want to have as much substrate as possible so it will absorb the fall, so that way she doesn't get injured, she doesn't get hurt, because right now there's like no substrate in there. Instead of webbing over here, which she typically does, I left a little bit of webbing for her scent. She is actually right here. She started the base of her web, and when she does her web, it's pretty cool because she's going to put it all the way up here, and she has a thing with coming all the way down. So what I'm going to do, because she did grab the plant to web to, I am going to put some flowers right here. That way she can web it to that, so that way she kind of has like a little hidden place to go. So the backdrop is kind of moving a little bit. And once I secure it with more substrate and I build it up, it'll be a lot better. So here it is. I did the complete 4-hour bake. I cooled it. Did the same thing with all my sticks. I'm actually taking some sticks out. I do have some cheap generic little flowers for her that I'm going to stand up in there. I've tried to do live plants with a lot of my species, but you know, the ones that like to burrow, yeah, it's not very good because every time I put a live plant in there, they literally kill it because they always dig under it. So yeah, so that's why I don't have any live plants in here. Right now I do not have her bowl in there, so I am going to start getting the substrate in and doing what I do best, which some people may not agree that I'm good at this. Sometimes I don't even think I'm good at this, but I do what I can. So after I add all this in, I am actually going to bake 3 core barks. I have a really large one that I'm probably not going to use, but I'm going to bake it anyways. I had stripped the core bark down to reveal the wood underneath. I had boiled them for a long time. Froze them, everything I had to do, but I am still going to bake them. A lot of YouTubers are awesome by telling me to do that, and a couple of you gave me an exact time frame to do it, how long to do it. So I really appreciate all of you and your suggestions, because I am still fairly new at this and I don't know everything, and I know I'm never going to know everything. I am currently seeking a female for my 2 curly hair tarantulas because they're both males. And I want to pair them, but I'm not looking to sell. I'm not looking to trade, just because I'm too attached. The more attached I am, the less likely I am to give something away or sell it. Good thing about having a boreal species, I can do this with her in there and not have a worry. So, as you can see, substrate is really high now. I just have to compact it and spread it. Like I said, I just want to make sure that she's not going to get hurt by any means. And I am going to make sure that I can prevent it. And see how calm of a tarantula she is? My A.metallicas, she's really, really calm. I'm sitting here doing this and her exhibit's moving and she's so calm. And again, this is my first tarantula I ever had. And to correct myself from the video I was doing with her, I've been collecting tarantulas just over 2 years, close to 2.5 years. So I still have a lot to learn yet. I'm not a professional. A lot of people I see, they ask, what's a good beginner species? I don't think there's really a right answer for that. I know definitely not no OBTs, any old world species. Yes, that's definitely not a beginner species if you've never had any tarantulas or any arachnids, or even if you're scared of them. Yeah, an OBT, any old world species, is generally not a good choice. Don't go to PetSmart, Petco, Pet Supplies Plus and ask them, because they're really ignorant on the needs of arachnids. They really can't give you any information. If you actually look into the exhibits at them places of the tarantulas they keep that they suggest as beginner species, such as the A.metallicas, yeah, I would say those are pretty good beginner species. I'm not going to say that they're all the same. Every tarantula has its own personality. So it's kind of getting to know it, but all three of my metallicas are really, really calm, really docile. They're actually pretty amazing. For some reason, my males don't really build a web. It's like strings. Now, she'll build a web. This is her base. In a couple days, this thing's going to be large. It's going to look, you ain't even going to be able to see her anymore. Either way you look, you will not be able to see her. It's typically how it is with her. So she doesn't usually use her sticks that I see, but I'm still going to put them in there because it kind of mimics their surrounding. You know, they are tree-dwelling species. Somebody gave me an idea on using toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls to put in my male's cage, so that way he has a place to go hide. And I've had them in there. I've had a couple of them in there, you know, positioned in many different angles, and he has not used them. So I'm just going to leave them in there for a while just to make sure, because he doesn't seem as stressed, but he's not using them. But I did relocate this girl away from his tank, so they're not side by side no more, so I don't know if that helped. And that mature male has always been highly active. Ever since I got him, he's never sat still, even as a sling. He consistently moved. Oh, my stick broke. Trying to give you something cool. So what I like to do is I like to pierce into my backdrop. She's such a good tarantula. She don't have to be this calm, and she is. Yeah, I think this stick's gone. This stick's garbage. No! So much work put into these. But then again, I was starting to use much larger sticks, so it's probably a lot of my problem. So I like to try to pierce it into the backdrop so they don't shift on her in case she does walk on them. I do know that I do have a tendency of making some of these things too smooth. For instance, this is super smooth. So I might have to put some grooves in there so like when they walk on them, they can grip them. My male with his, on certain sides, he slips. Whoa, I'm not about to knock my camera over. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one here because she might web it to it. I mean, if you see, she's already webbed this. See what I mean by how calm it is? How calm she is? I don't want to break her web. So this is just a basic, small setup, nothing spectacular or anything in that sort. It's just something. What I like is if, with these flowers being in there, say if she did fall from right there, and even though I have all this substrate in there, it's kind of going to cushion her impact a little bit. So just trying to, you know, whoop. Such a good species. My girl. Yeah, these sticks are irritating me. I do have other sticks, but I gotta bake them yet. I got them sitting in my freezer. They're gonna go straight from freeze to bake. So that's my next task. I'm just kind of upset that this one stick broke on me because the way it's shaped, it looks sweet. It looks twisted. So yeah, this is just my basic setup for her. These are actually probably the easiest species to take care of, I think. Like, it's easy to monitor humidity, temperature, and all that. Just remember, though, if you live in an area where your climate changes consistently, you definitely need to monitor your humidity, the temperature, and everything that they need a little more. Just because you miss that one time where it's too cold for them, they're going to die. Too hot, they could die. There's a lot of things that could happen. So just be a little aware of not only the tarantula's needs, but the surroundings that it's in. Like, your climate has a lot to do with what affects them. So temporarily, this is what I have. She's so calm. You guys, I don't know if you can see her. Her little feet are, she fits in that groove so well. There she is. There's my girl. Look at that big booty. It looks like velvet. She is such a good species. She's sleeping. Alright guys, so thank you very much for joining another one of my videos. Hope your guys' day is great. And you know you'll see me again soon. If you don't, it's because I'm tied up with work or with my kids, because I take every moment critical and I make every moment that I can as a memory. Your kids are only little once. So for those of you who have kids, you know that every moment matters. So I'm going to put this girl back where she belongs, and I'm going to go play with my 4-year-old. Have a great day, guys. Bye.